Wow, welcome. What's going on, everybody? I will put the Zoom link in the community tab shortly. Let's shut this shit up here.
I don't have the patience to jack with you today.
Good morning, everybody. What's going on? Breaking news, as everybody is seeing now, my phone is literally smoking everybody. Good morning, Rise and Grind. Game Time Brian, otherwise known as the mailman. I'm off today. I got lucky. Normally I'm delivering the mail, right? So what's going on? We'll break down the move. We'll see the compensation. If anybody knows, please put it in the chat. Bear with me as I'm just getting my first cup of liquid gold powered by liquid gold. A lot of people have been crying for a big move by the Cowboys. Again, I'm not poo-pooing the deal. Hey, I give them credit for getting their guy. I wanted to see the younger guys, but we're still going to be able to see the younger guys. I'll be curious to see what the compensation is. Let's look. Cowboys working to finalize trade for George Pickens. Now, what does that mean? Please, if anybody knows, I don't know that they really know. What are we talking about? Cowboys Owner said before the draft that the team is working on a pair of pretty substantial trades and appear they're close to pulling one off. So again, let's get to the chat real quick until we find out. Yes, George, Cowboys for life. What's up, brother? I hope you are happy. Again, I'm good either way. I kind of wonder who's out now, right? To me, I'm not making this deal. I'm not gonna here. Let me put the link in the community tab for my channel members. And if you want to be a channel member, it's part of the Zoom crew. You can hop in with me and be a part of this. Join the 60 or so members that we have as part of the Zoom crew. Hop on in, man. It's a good time. We had a lively debate last night, did we not? I have a lot of Eagle fans that are my channel members. So, very cool. Just give me a sec, everybody. I did text Mark Holmes. He would have to want to join. I'll have to email him. So let me just hurry up and do this. Bear with me, peeps. I'm putting the Zoom link in. Speculation: the Steelers will move on from Pickens. Again, I just got a text from a friend of mine I work with saying how much of a head case he is. Dallas fans will never be happy. Now, this is an Eagle fan, so just, keep that in mind. Again, I'll be curious to see what it is. And if you're giving up any major draft capital, you better be signing him long term, right? That's the deal. You better be signing him long term. So let me see here. All right. All right. Melhead's crew. Boom. All right. It's out there, baby. It is out there. Get back to the chat. Sorry, everybody. Julian. Him and CD Lamb. That's a good question, my brother. Very good question. Curtis Bergdorf. There he is. We finally crossed paths, brother. I hope you're doing okay. Dirty Sanchez. Crowley. What's up, brother? West Virginia country boy. Good morning to you. Mouse, there's no excuse now. Mouse, that's what we're going to talk about. All these Dak sexuals. Now what? You better win, right? No more excuses. That's why I'm surprised they wanted this move. Dallas has a QB and has reached the ceiling with incompetent coach and elderly management. Jake Klein, I hope this is it. For us. They call me Jimbo's son. What's up? Who we got here? Lead commander, game time. This would be a huge move for your Cowboys if Jerry pulls this off. I'll be damned. Wow, lead commander. Look at you, brother. Look at you. Trader Chris, what's going on, man? How you feeling, Trader Chris? Hamid, no more Dak, got no weapons. Hamid, boom. The cave has spoken. We've heard from the voice from the cave. Hamid, you haven't been more right than that statement right there. Xavier Champion, what's going on? Good morning, game time. It's time to go get humping, whatever that means, brother. Whatever that means. Daryl Scott, you guys got a number 2. Number 1 before and Gallup had 1,300 yards, but you still have the same common denominator. Old Dak. Daryl Scott, I love you, brother. And your negativity. You're militant, TP, but I love you. Dwayne Sweetney, what's going on? They call me Jimbo son. This is Dak's last stand. No excuses for it. Let's go. Howard Dickerson, I just quoted you saying, Dallas ain't never going to be happy. I'm not even awake. This is my day off. I got my first cup of liquid gold going down. I'm in a stupor, and I'm getting blowed up. My phone's smoking right now. I can't get back to everybody. Oh, there's Howard again. I don't know. I pay him a contract, though. He's too nuts for me. Well, my thing is, we'll see what the compensation is. If it's for a 3rd-round pick or higher, you got to extend him out at least a year or something. He has to throw you some sort of bone or work out a long-term deal. In that creates a big risk, Howard. I mean, a big risk, because if he's a shit show, then you're dealing with it, right? Good thing is, Howard, he's young, right? You saw how many times Antonio Brown got traded. I'm not saying he's Antonio Brown. We're going to break his, we are going to break down his stats, though. So I'm off today. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, Howard, cool. So, yeah, originally I was off. This is my scheduled day, and then I was going to work and take off tomorrow to help out for the greater good. But I'm off today, so I got shit to do here. I got to go. Actually, I got to be at breakfast, meet my cousin and my sister at 9:30. So we got to. As long as I'm done this by like an hour and 15 minutes from now, we're good. So we need to get all the details prior to. But the trade better be legit. Oh yeah, if it's not legit, this is the end of the channel. No, I don't know. Dwayne Joseph Sweetney, rest in peace, DK. What's that mean, brother? Honestly, I don't know how to feel. I mean, Pickens has potential. I've never seen the Steelers trade good players. Well, they've traded Antonio Brown. He was good. He's just a mental case. Here's the deal. When you have a DK Metcalf, look at it more from that perspective. When you have a DK Metcalf, then I don't know that the Pickens works with DK. They're the same type of player. I mean, George Pickens, just look at the thumbnail. Just Michael Rizzo, Brian, I'm just training in what's the draft compensation? Yeah. I'm waiting for it. Bubba, what's up, brother? Bubba 0224. They gave up a third rounder and they swapped pigs. Okay. So they gave up a third. Now, we just did a live stream last night where they got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. They got 3 5s. They got a 6 and 2 7s. They had 10 picks. So if they gave up a third, that's about as high as I would want to give. I would expect some sort of contract adjustment now. You're not going to ride into the final year giving up a third. That's just me. You have to get some sort of bone from the player. Steelers couldn't handle 2 divas. They call me Jimbo's son. I believe that's more the important thing. And we've heard, over the years, talented guys like Bruce Pickens. Bruce Pickens? George Pickens. Sorry. I said Bruce Pickens. That just shows you how old I am. Comples Marvin, what's up? They think he'll be another TD, Brian, a TO, Brian. Well, I was just going to bring that up, but I was a little... Sorry, I'm just waking up, so just bear with me. I think that I was going to bring up T.O., but I don't, he's not T.O. I don't want to bring it up, but it's kind of like, that's what I'm thinking of, okay? Listen, I feel bad for T.O. T.O., his problem was he just couldn't, he had something from his childhood. He could not get over it. But I think that helped him be a great wide receiver, if that makes any sense. I think T.O.'s downfall also is what made him great. That inner drive that everybody's out to get him, and, it's my quarterback. It's my teammate. I mean, Dallas, it was the best under the Eagles, and then when he went to Dallas, it was good up until the spot where they said he tried to kill himself. So I don't know. Eddie Cruz, good morning, my man. How are you? Dominic Denaro, game time. This is a good move. This is the best. Sorry, QB ever had. So he should be good. Dominic, we'll see, brother. I mean, it's a good move, but we'll see the ramifications. Chris Slavin, as a Steeler fan, Pickens is a diva, and I think if things don't go his way, he quits on plays. I agree with that, Chris. That's fair. Pickens listens to YB music. That boy Trouble. Oh my God. There we go, Mouse. Mouse is in the house. Mouse, I'm not going to lie to you. I have no idea really what to expect. But now, I don't want to hear that Dak doesn't have any weapons. Thanks, Mouse. Please, stop it with the Dak has no weapons. Right? He has weapons now. So either get it done or you gots to go. Sorry. Banks, what's going on? I'm ordering the jersey. There you go. Banks, I'm excited for everybody who wanted it. I'm excited, but I also know the downfalls. I also like the draft. But listen, Jerry Jones ain't getting any younger. What's up, Trader Chris? How are you, brother?
Good morning. What's up,
Yo,
chat?
live from Dallas, Trader Chris, right? You're right there now.
Yeah, I am. What a game last night with the Dallas Stars. I
We're
don't know.
okay, but okay, get it out of your system. But that was a good game. But
What game? Oh my God. I still have no voice. I haven't like really slept yet, but yeah, I'm one of those young fans who've never seen us win a Super Bowl.
So you were like Wade. You and Wade
Yeah,
are like brothers in arms.
he speaks my language where
Okay.
we're
What's that word,
impatient.
Von?
We're impatient. We want nothing but the best. But another thing is that we don't have as much we're not as optimistic as some of the older Cowboy fans because they've seen greatness, and so that's why we're always a bit pessimistic, I guess, when it comes to our Cowboys.
I hear
That
you,
and
brother.
also just always being lied to, like just years and years of just the bullshit. I'm not going to curse, but the BS that they always tell us. But with Pickens,
Yeah, just real quick,
I don't know.
Chris. I want to ask you, Chris, because West Virginia Country Boy just has a super chat, and I figure I'll ask you. I'll give you my opinion after a Trader Chris gives his opinion. Brian, is he a number one or a number two wide receiver? Trader Chris, go ahead, answer that for me.
Well, when he first came in the league, he was unbelievable. Like he was amazing, but I don't know if it was the quarterback play with Pittsburgh, because they Kenny Pickett was garbage, and then they had Justin Fields who was garbage, and then Russell Wilson was so. And I don't know if what happened with him the last two seasons, because you kind of seen him really tailing off with Pickett, like the frustration, and I don't know if the frustration carried over with Fields and Wilson, especially with how Pittsburgh was running their offense. But the thing that I always, you always get red flags when something's too good to be true. And like that's what I was saying in my chat to you with regarding Pittsburgh. It's like I'm not talking about other teams doing dumb stuff like the Titans trading AJ Brown or Seattle moving off DK. I'm just talking about Pittsburgh. Now you're right. They did move off of AJ, but that was way towards the end of his career. And Pickens is very young and still on a rookie contract. And I've never seen the Steelers
this is what I was
move
asking
off
for,
of
though.
a young
Chris, this
stud.
is what I was asking for. I would say West Virginia Country Boy. I would say he's the number two only because on this team, we got CeeDee Lamb, who's a perennial 1,300-yard receiver. Okay, he would be our number two. Now, so that's fine, but he's the perfect type of number two. And I have to commend the team for going out and you're giving real assets. Okay, we don't know the whole compensation. I'm hearing a third
pick
round.
Pick swaps.
But he's a young player. Again, this is different than recent, this is different. Let me just go over his stats. Steelers, 2022 as a rookie. You know how hard it is for rookies to come in unless you're great.
He was amazing. He
800
was so
yards. 800 yards and 4 touchdowns, right? He averaged 15.4 yards in 2023. 1,140 yards, averaged 18.1 yards, 5 touchdowns. Last year, he still had 900 yards, averaged 15.3, and had 3 touchdowns. Again, you know that they had a quarterback by committee. Again, Russell Wilson,
Justin Fields,
Kenny Pickett. I mean, it's been a mess. So I commend them. Randy McIntyre, welcome, brother. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing this morning?
I'm sorry to wake you up, but what's your thoughts?
No, you didn't wake me up.
I know, you're up early. What's your thoughts? And I'll get to the chat, everybody. I won't forget everybody.
This is huge because I'm going to tell you something. This allows us to compete with anybody now.
No excuses for all the Dak people, right? I love Dak.
Yes.
But I don't want to hear shit anymore, people. It
Well,
better work out.
think about it now. If we're able to run the ball up the middle, this changes everything. Now you can't. If you double team CD and you put him out on an island,
Right.
he can beat anybody. I'm telling you. I
Well,
don't. I'm a little worried about his head thing, but maybe that's just with Pittsburgh. I don't
I don't
know.
know. I'm not gonna couch it. We know he's a bit of a loose cannon, right?
Hmm.
He's
But
6'3". He's only 24.
I know he's
24
young.
years old. He's a baby. So
I
this
would.
is the type of move I like.
I would try to maybe sign him to a 2 or 3 year
Yes,
extension.
that's what I was
You
saying.
know,
Yeah.
because if you can do that, then you solidified your wide receiver core. If Ferguson can come back and be the player he was 2 years ago, I think we're going to be very, very, very hard to beat in our own division. I'm telling you, this changes a lot of things.
Well,
A lot.
yeah. I mean, just like the cliff notes on the receiver. If you don't know who George Pickens is, big physical playmaker who can overwhelm a defender before the catch. Impressive frame that can stand to add some weight and strengthen physical advantage over D-backs. Again, it's a great move for a
It
third
is.
round pick. So I like it. I'd rather do
I do
this
too.
than bring in the Amaris and the
I
Keenan
don't want to. I don't
Allens.
want to retread. I told yeah, Brian. I think we
That's
both agree on
why
this. I don't want to retread.
Yeah, that's why, Randy, over the course of the last few days, I've been telling everybody I want to see with the young guys. Why? Because
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really thrilled, and I didn't believe they would do anything like this. To me,
Mm-hmm.
he's DK. That's who you're getting
No,
with
no, but nobody's concerned at all about Pittsburgh, like
why they
obviously
would move
knowing
on.
him and why are they?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
why are they?
yeah, I'm not. Again, I want to couch it by saying obviously there's red flags, but
Yeah,
just from the standpoint of size,
yeah.
production already with you, we just laid it out, Chris. We just laid it out. Who has been his quarterbacks in this league?
Brian,
You can say whatever you
Sassy,
want about Dak.
Jacob.
Go ahead.
No, no, I get it. I get it. I mean,
Say
I
whatever you
get
want
why.
about Dak. He puts up numbers in the regular season, usually.
No, I get why what happened to Pickens. I just don't because especially with Pittsburgh going the direction they're going in. I was just like I mean you would think they would be able to get
Wow,
more for
okay.
Pickens, and also
Howard
too like
Dickerson. Here we go. My
as far
buddy
as with
from
CeeDee
work.
Lamb, I mean when Pickens came in the league, like talent wise, like
Yeah.
I mean
I wanted him. He went, I believe, in the second round. I think around pick 52 or something. He dropped because of this very reason. Everybody, the reason why he dropped was he had a knee injury coming out of college, but he was a little off, if you know what that means. Howard says official trade is a 2026 third round pick and a swapping of a fifth and a fifth round or Pittsburgh 2027. So what
it's
do you say?
nothing.
So what are you
That's
saying?
nothing.
Third round and a 2027 fifth for. Oh, okay, I got you. So next draft we lose our third, but then in 20, and then we have a swap in 2027. We lose our fifth and gain a sixth. So okay, so we gave up a 3 and
Yeah, it's nothing.
a pick swap from a 5 to a 6. So
I take
Nothing.
that all day long.
Thanks,
all
Howard.
day.
Thanks, brother. Let me get to these comments real quick, and then we'll get back to you guys. They didn't call him because his name is Terrell Owens. They called him T.O. because he always wanted a timeout. Listen, T.O. was the man. You can say whatever you want. He's a little crazy. Oh, okay. I got you, Dirty Sands. You're talking about Pickens. He's a little crazy, but love the attitude. Andre Gonzalez. Again, we're not here to tell you this puts us over the top I just think it makes us a hell of a lot more legit on offense, and we'll see. Pickens is at a crossroads, people. Okay, he's now, if you don't succeed in Dallas, now you are a problem or a troubled player, and you may not get that next chance. Believe it or not, the NFL is starting to waking up to give stupid money after stupid money if you can't fall in line. So we'll see. Darryl Scott, with all due respect, Dak has had good teams. He's had some good teams, Darryl. Again, I would say young Amari. I don't know, Chris and Randy. Was a young Amari as good as Pickens? I would say yeah, probably, but I don't think he was ever. He was never 6'3", right? He was never
No,
a point of attack guy. Amari, he was route runner guy. But what's your Daryl Scott Eagle fan says? We've had good teams. This isn't going to help. So what do you think?
I think he's a little wrong. I mean, there's probably upset at this time of the year with them trading away one of
Normally they're
their
stealing the
better
headlines, the
receivers.
Birds, right? Not the
Yes,
Cowboys. They're all
yes.
stealing the headlines for all the wrong reasons.
I mean,
I I
I'm
think
more
this
of
is going to really upset a lot of the Steeler
You
fans
said it,
because
Banks.
I just think
Yeah, Chris Slavin said he's a really good run blocker and a deep threat. So again, I know people don't really think that means much, but it does.
no. I mean, Pickens could like jump out of the building too. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
I just remember like when I was forced to watch some of those Thursday night football games, they would have Steelers and
yeah.
Browns, and I just remember making like ridiculous grabs, and he's super fast too. I mean,
that's the other thing.
I just don't
Speed.
get it. I just don't get why the Steelers would trade him for
Well,
that.
again, they just remember they just brought in DK. I mean, I could go over it. And
Yeah, yeah,
Bubba,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to continue with your comment, brother. Just give me a second. Let me see the Steelers because I know the Steelers drafted guys too. I believe. Let's see. Steelers wide receiver room. Let's see here.
I guess because this is also his last year, right? Because he only has 4 years. Then
Well,
he's
they
a
got
free
DK
agent.
Metcalf. They got Calvin
Pickens.
Austin. They got they just picked up Robert Woods. That's he's not. I get what you're saying, but there's nothing stopping the Steelers for going out now and signing a Keenan Allen, right? He would come right in and be that slot guy that they need. I think Pickens. I don't know. I mean, they could go get a Keenan Allen. They could go get Amari Cooper, and they're getting a third round pick next year, and they're tired of the player. I mean, let's face it, Steelers don't give you much room anyway. They brought in Fields and they brought in Russell Wilson, and they were both gone in one season. Either one of these guys got a lot of money. You're saying, well,
Well,
why wouldn't they just keep one of them? Because they only got Mason Rudolph. They do weird shit sometimes.
I think it's like a Luca situation, right? Where he's in his last year, and then he's
They
going to be a
didn't want
free
him going
agent,
forward.
and they don't want to
Yeah,
extend him.
meaning
Yeah,
money per
exactly.
attitude.
Yeah,
Sometimes a player needs to change the scenery. I don't know. It's only. I'm going to look at the bright side until it falls apart. I'm going to look at the bright side. Anybody else, of course, Eagle fans are going to say negative. I don't blame them. Of course, we're
I
not.
mean,
I'm
I
not
mean,
saying Super Bowl. I'm saying
I love the. I mean, I'm going to be hoping for the best. I'm just
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm a wait and see type of guy. You
yeah,
know what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean? Like,
Well, but I mean, you got to give them
yeah.
credit for at least identifying their guy.
Oh no,
And
I do. I think Pickens has all the talent in the world. I definitely think it. I mean, if we get like rookie year and Pickens and second year Pickens, and I mean, this would be like the greatest steal in years. I mean, because Pickens, I'd rather have Pickens over. I mean, if Pickens is who he was in his rookie year, I'd rather take a young Pickens who's young, coming into his fourth year, than a Debo Samuel, or a or I guess DK's up there too. But I would rather take Pickens
I'll
because he's
get to your
younger.
super chats in a minute. Prime time's driving to work.
24.
One half of the time, brothers. Primetime Phil, your opinion, brother. I need your opinion on the player.
What's going on, man? Can you hear me okay?
We hear you loud and clear.
Good
Nice,
morning.
nice. This is a first for me driving and doing this. Normally it's meetings. No, when I saw the our apparently of course our chat was talking about it weeks before as a name, so you can't help but talk about it. Brian and I not being the biggest fans, and it's not the biggest fans of on the field. It's more of the off the field issues and concerns that teams would have about him when he's talking in the media and things like that. So that's the negative part, the drama, diva receiver.
Yeah.
If I don't get
Yeah.
the ball, oh, we're not winning, and it's because I'm not getting the ball, those type of stuff. What happens when those turmoil ends up, in the locker room. But then again, you have CeeDee Lamb, you have all these other weapons. So he's got to understand that he's a part of that, if that's the case. I love his production on the field. Does amazing athlete. You could throw those 50-50 balls to him. He'll come down with them. So a lot of great tape, a lot of good film. Just again,
Well, Phil, let me just put
the
your
player
quarterback shoes on
concern.
as you Phil, the ex-quarterback of
I love
Oregon
him.
Ducks. What's your opinion on adding? Just put yourself back in the day when you were, when you were the man behind the center. You added a guy like Pickens. Look, you add a guy like Pickens too.
Now I have a guy in the end zone that I can throw it to.
You know what I mean? I mean, you got CD getting doubled and tripled, right? And then you have a bunch of young guys. Now you put a guy like Pickens. And then you get Ferguson back healthy. With Jadon Blue in the backfield, and now you just upgraded your offensive line out the wazoo at right guard. I think it's kind of exciting, right?
Yeah, well, George Pickens, here's the thing with George Pickens. He will not get separation, but he's always open.
Mm-hmm.
That's George Pickens. That's George Pickens right there. He's always open, but never actually open.
But
you have to throw him the ball and he will get it.
All right. So that's good to know. So he's not like he's going to route run his way open. He's just going to out physical and go get the ball.
Exactly.
No,
okay.
I don't know about that, man. I kind of disagree with you. I mean, Pickens, I think like we were talking about earlier, I think the issue was that, that he was open. He did have good windows. It was just the quarterback that was throwing him the rock,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh hadn't had a quarterback really that throws the ball.
Again, this
and he's
is kind of
a wide receiver screen demon.
If you're not
too.
a fan of the Cowboys, you'll say we're making excuses for the player, and if you are a fan of the Cowboys, you'll think that we're doing, So we'll see. Let me grab the chat real quick and get caught up, and then we'll read. Bubba, what's up, brother? Pickens' problem is all he knows is how to run go routes. So again, this guy is going to want $35 million a year. Again, his money's only money, Bubba. It's not our money. That's the last thing that I'm concerned about. But it'll be telling what they give him. Dwayne Sweetney, what's up, West Virginia? But we will number one, but we will be a number two duo to CD. Yeah, Dwayne, that's what I'm looking at. He's a number two. He's a very, very good mouse. Again, on paper, right? We'll see.
Yeah.
Now there's no
excuses.
excuses.
It looks good. I mean, I'm just curious about what we gave up because
it's a third round pick. I told you.
Nothing.
Oh,
was it third? Oh, I didn't know about it.
I'm sorry, Phil. I thought you were Chris. Yeah, they gave up a third round pick next year, and in 2027 we give up a 5, but we get a 6. So we do a pick swap in 2027, but we give up a third round pick next year.
And the worst case scenario is you get a 1 year guy.
Worst case scenario, he signs a big free agent deal with somebody else, and we get a 3 or a 4. That's what everybody has to remember.
That's true.
Yes.
You're not going to lose the player, and then he's going to go sign a minimal deal. He's going to go sign a $35 million a year deal, which means you'll get a third round pick anyway. That's what you have to understand. All right, Lord Vaughn's in the house. What's up, brother? West Virginia. Darryl Scott, he had C.D. Cooper here. I know, Darryl. You want to be negative, brother. You're allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Vaughn, it's a good move, got to admit. That's all. Listen, Mouse, you know what it does? It makes more pressure on Dak Prescott, okay?
Yep.
Sorry. Me and Phil were ready to turn the page because we're not really sure at this point. We love Dak. We love him. But, going into year 10, we'll see. Now there's no excuse. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear nothing. Dwayne, you say you will until he destroys the locker room. Crowley, Ultra Cowboys said it last night. Sometimes you need some guys in the locker room that aren't choir boys. Come on now, you know that. We'll see.
Do you guys think we have the coaching?
I do with Schottenheimer.
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Yes.
I don't think Schottenheimer would be on board with this if he thought he couldn't coach the player. I don't know his relationship to the player. I don't know if the Steelers allowed the player to talk to him when they were. I'm sure they did when they were talking about a trade during the draft, which I was told they wanted a second round pick. So now that the draft is over, maybe they're lessening their demand. But regardless, Pickens was my favorite player on the team. Now he's an Oppo boy. Yeah, Lord Vaughn, it is what it is, brother. I like the talent. Don't know the player, between the ears. I'll just be honest.
Yeah,
Mark can't say Dak doesn't have weapons. Exactly, Banks. I asked Mark to come over, but
Yeah,
but he
Brian,
hasn't
that's the
responded.
part that concerns me is the in between the years. His mentality. I don't know, obviously, the culture that's over there in Pittsburgh that he wasn't liking, but it hasn't been positive. No, I haven't heard a single positive thing come out of his mouth. Maybe rivalry type of stuff, but that's the part that concerns me more than anything.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
well, and
What's up, Big
Darlene
Mac?
just did you see what Darlene said? And I agree with
No,
her.
I'm
She
getting
said
to it. I'm
that.
trying to catch up. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
No, go ahead.
She
What'd you say?
she said that now I don't want to hear anybody talk that we're not doing things in free agency. They're doing a lot of stuff
Oh,
this
we've
year,
done a lot, so we'll
a
see.
lot
Yeah,
of
we
stuff,
know
and it's
Dak
going
can
to
sling
change
it.
things. It should
Yeah.
show everybody that we're serious about things this year.
Cowboy culture says talking about no Dak excuses. If we can't run the ball, it'll be his all pro season. It will be his all pro season all over again. Yeah, Cowboy culture. We should be able to run the ball. There's no excuse for that either. Again, I think it's just a matter of being disciplined and keep trying to run the ball. We know Dak can sling it. We can't be one dimensional. Cowboys culture. I was saying that last night. I was hammering that home to Walker Wade. I was telling him he's driving around Terrell, Texas, with an attitude all the time. I'm like, dude, lighten up. We're gonna run the football. It's gonna make everything easier. Drew was saying, what's gonna happen when we load the box? Well, nobody loads the box against Dallas. You don't have to load the box. How you play Dallas is rush 4, stop the run with 4, and drop 7 in coverage. And Dak looks like he's thinking too much out there, and you see the ball going the other way. That's my opinion. Get it done, Dak, says Daryl Scott. Let me just catch up. No Crowley. No Washington is closer. And then no Crowley. Hell no, Washington is closer. Mouse, you know how I am with that. I think Washington takes a step back. Dirty Sanchez, the only players now that we get our players back from injury and everyone stays healthy, it will determine the best of the outcome. Dirty Sanchez, you guys are both in the hopper. Thank you. Let's see, Banks. We are some serious contenders now. I'm glad you're happy, Banks. It is what it is, brother. We will see. Primetime Phil's driving to work. I appreciate him stopping in. Let's see. Let me just try and catch up here. It's going pretty fast. Dak has had good teams. Yeah, I agree, Mouse. He has had good teams. I would argue that he's had this type of team, but I don't know. Maybe he has. Maybe
Well,
once or twice.
he's definitely had way more better teams than Tony Romo ever did. So
Yes, he has.
Thanks, Mouse. I would agree with that, Phil. I would agree with that. Let me just fast forward to the front. Just go ahead and spam the chat if I haven't gotten to you. Wow, Jerry making a good move. Congrats, Couch Boys. See, that's one thing about Twiz. He'll keep it real. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Texan Eagle. Good thing we have a really good defense. Oh, God. Yeah. You always got to rain on our parade, huh? That's all good. Dwayne Sweetney, wrong comment at game time. Oh, I'm sorry, brother. I'm trying to keep up. Patrick Foley, what's going on, my friend? Darlene, okay. People say we ain't doing shit. Well, the Moshers, Darlene and David, you got to just be honest. I mean, we're tired of the same old, same old. This is way outside the box for us. Way outside the box. Y'all defense is mid. Okay, right now in the offseason, but we have addressed a lot. We'll see how mid. We'll see how mid it is. What's up, Ken Armstrong? All right, I'm all caught up. Ultra says his nipples are perky. Okay, I love it. I love it. So anyway, back to the live chat. So, Phil, how much are you almost at work? Or you got a couple minutes, brother?
no, I'm still like half an hour or so away from
Okay,
work.
well then go ahead, brother. The floor is yours. I'm gonna put your channel in the
Last
chat.
night I was driving and I saw that you were on, and I was all like, you were talking about the rookies and stuff, and I'm like, oh man, I don't know anything about. I haven't been watching the rookie camp to be able to say anything. And then the George Pickens goes, well, I got shit to say about George Pickens. Again, I'm one of those guys, and I'm not going to backtrack myself before all this is happening or being word of necessarily until it goes through. It's just just something out in the air there. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but you're making moves. I mean, I'd rather go into a season with a headache, and I'm not really sure mentality wise George Pickens, but hopefully remotivated, happy to be here. So I love the move going into the season because now you have two weapons that you actually have to worry about. And let's be real, if Tolbert and all those guys that we were mentioning, Mingo, all the kinds of those, as third and fourth options, that becomes a way better offense. Now not having that second tight end looks a little bit more like we're like, okay, well maybe we needed that, you know.
Right,
So
right.
all those Tyler Warrens and talk and all that in the draft, it changes a little bit once you get a weapon like this. And then you don't feel, a lot of Cowboy Nation feeling the way that they felt about the draft. I know being one of them, wanting to come away with a wide receiver. This is a heck of a at least going, hey, this will substitute for the next year until we can get somebody in the door. So, I love it. I will have to go watch the tape because honestly, I've always looked at it and not thought of Pickens as a great route runner. I don't think he's terrible. But I also know that he has, and I'm going to be real, he has worked with some really terrible quarterbacks the past couple of years, and what happens when he can have work with someone that can elevate his game. I mean, most of the time he's always elevating the quarterback's game,
Right.
and so it's going to be if he can elevate Dak's game, shit, man, we'll take it.
Yeah. Well, my question to you is, right, what do you really need him? Okay, do you really
Yes.
need him to be an unbelievable route
No.
runner? I mean, he's going to play the outside X receiver. He's going to, at the very
Well-
least, he can run a go route. He will
let me
beat
ask you-
most
let-
one-on-ones.
Let me ask you guys a question in general. Do we have a 50-50 guy on this team? A guy that
No.
wins 50-50 balls?
That's him.
Pickens.
Oh,
Him
Well,
now.
Well, it's
Yeah.
CD, but he's everything.
No, CD watches the ball wherever it goes. If he doesn't come back to it, he keeps going forward and then just watches it as it goes down of bounds, or he looks at the ref as he's going out of bounds. He does not come back to the ball. He has no ability to stop and come back. I say that being a big CD Lamb fan, he's not the number one wide receiver because he doesn't have that part in his game. Can he add that? Hell yeah, he can add it. If George Pickens could teach him, but each time it's been somebody teaching him a new level. And I have never, maybe once because he was stopped in the route, but I that's one thing that he lacks is being able to stop, come back to the ball when it's up in the air. The only time he ever does that is if he's in the end zone because the end zone made him stop. So
I think you move Pickens to the X, and then you have you put CD where he was his best at, where he's where he's running in motion, coming out of the slot, and wreaking havoc that way. Because like you said, Pickens uncontested 50-50 balls will come down with that, and that's gonna wreak havoc on defenses for sure.
Yeah, you gotta make plans for that. I mean, at least you got to back up your safeties. You can play a little bit more in the middle of the field. That right there should open up Jake Ferguson a lot more than he was last year.
yes.
So there's a combination of stuff that opens up other people in this offense. Let's be real. You start worrying about the pass, now all of a sudden Blue popping one off has more likelihood because you're spreading the defense out,
Yeah.
So
Exactly. We were one of the
What's up,
teams
Yassine?
we were one of the teams last year that had like not very many runs over 20 yards. This is going to open the whole field up wide open with Blue, and if you put Blue up there and he just has a little seam, it can be over in seconds. I'm telling you, this is big. I'm not the biggest fan of Pickens, but I think this is the Cowboys showing their fans finally we're in it this year to play. We're not just going to sit and watch.
agree.
This seems like a move of a guy by a GM who's 82, 83 years old and knows that there's not a lot of time left.
Well, I was
100%,
gonna say
Brian.
that to you, Brian. Before this, let's be real. Did they feel like they could push for a deep playoff? We haven't seen them on the field. We don't know what it is.
No. We've talked about it.
We talked about it. But now you add a weapon like this. I'm not saying it's going to happen because the defense has a lot of questions, but it makes it a lot more of a possibility now.
It's and what people aren't talking about, and I'll add to this: the way we drafted defense this year, I'm telling you, our defense is going to be much improved. I'm
Right,
telling
right.
you,
Right.
I'm just
especially
I'm,
up the
still-
middle.
I'm
I think we will improve.
Yeah.
I just still worry about not having that real one
Now,
big man. But
let me just
we'll see.
remind you, Phil, if you didn't know, George Pickens is 6'3.5", right? Out of Georgia. He had the knee injury coming out. He went in the second round, I was right, 52nd overall. He's about 205, but he just turned 24, Phil. Just turned 24 in March. He is a young baby. That's what I love about it, is that
Kind of
he's
reminds me
young.
of Amari Cooper a little bit, where he
He's
was
and they're
young. We're not getting him at 27, 28, having to give up what they gave up for DK, who's got a lot. And I love DK. I know I love DK,
miles on him.
but he's got way more miles now.
Yeah.
Again, we'll see. It could, worst case, he has a good year, but they can't stand the player. They move on from him. And then we get a third or a fourth round compensation, and then this is a joke next year in the draft because it doesn't mean much. You know what I mean? Or we get a long term solution, and we're good. So
To me, it's the best. I mean, I would personally rather gamble with a Pickens than a Debo Samuel.
Amen.
He
Yep.
did.
especially
Me
Debo in his second trimester. At least it looks like it.
Well, I mean, Pickens was always available, right? I'm not wrong.
I
mean,
don't know that he
Pickens
was
is
available
biggest-
until this past year.
Well, I'm talking about in the sense of the injuries. Like he was always usually available.
Yeah,
so
he had the ACL at Georgia, and that's why he dropped into the second. But clearly, by looking at his stats, Phil,
with Pittsburgh, he missed games with Pittsburgh with injury.
yeah, he played. I have to see the actual play, but as a rookie, he had 800 yards, right? 4 touchdowns. In 2023, he had 1,140 yards with 5 touchdowns, and last year,
Kenny Pickett, mind you.
yeah.
and last year he had 900 yards. I know he missed games last year with 3 touchdowns. Again, you can say whatever you want about him off the field. I don't think you can argue that he's not a good player. So that's the important things.
No,
Yeah.
that's the thing. If we can unlock his potential, that's what I'm saying. If we can unlock his potential, then
I would agree.
Look at loyal Cowboy and Benito Amiami.
Yeah, and you're hoping by the rest of the locker room will be able to counter some of that other stuff that may be being brought.
Like Tony
the
Montana
leadership
up there.
Yeah, that's why I was asking about the coaching, because I really never seen these guys in action. And now that we're starting to add, a diva into the locker room, that's why I was curious. Like, do you think?
Here we go.
Do you think we could handle it?
They're talking about it now on the NFL Network. Yeah, there you go. Just go ahead and turn on NFL Network if you're home. You're seeing some of George Pickens' work.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I mean, you're seeing him against Sauce Gardner. You're seeing him against guys, and he has no problem playing the game of football. His problem is, and he's open there, Phil. He's doubled, he's shaded under, over, and they're getting him the ball. So, again, big physical guy. His problem is between the ears. That's what we're gonna have to see.
Gets me confused. Like the Tomlin Steelers would just, give him away to us. But hey, I'll take it.
Can he deal with? Can he deal with playing in Dallas? Expectations. Loyal Cowboy chiming in from Miami. I think you're in Miami, or should I say Tony Montana? What's going on, brother? What are you doing? You're muted. You're muted. You don't realize he's muted.
I'm muted. Okay,
There
I'm
you
back.
go.
So I'm
Go
just
ahead.
happy we got a good number 2 receiver. We ain't got freaking bum ass Hobart at number 2. So
Yeah, and I knew this would make guys like you happy who were unsure. But yeah.
honestly, I was beginning to think that the Catboy didn't have the kahunas in him to do anything.
Well,
but
do you know the compensation? It's not bad. It's a 3rd round pick.
Nothing.
It's
Nothing.
really
Yep.
it's not bad. 3rd round pick and a pick swap in 2027, where we trade our 5th for a 6th, but that's not until 2027. So
and let's 100. I mean, they didn't have any intentions to have anybody be a number 1 besides CD Lamb. So this is a number 2 for us.
This is why I was telling you in the draft, Loyal, that everybody was so mad that they didn't take Egbuka or Golden, and I was just like, I would rather them sit and get a monster in the middle like Booker and address it at some point. I just didn't know that they would. That was my thing. Obviously, I wanted McMillan. He was that big young guy that came with a lot of risk, but Booker was about as safe and high a floor a player other than an Ibuka. And I think we needed that with the loss of Zach Martin. Looking back, it was a beautiful pick because you helped now both sides of the ball, but we didn't have the knowledge that they would make this move. So, listen, I'm happy with it. You know, it is what it is. So I'm hoping that you're happy.
Thing.
Wade's already hitting the breakfast line at Golden Corral, and then probably go.
Well, I mean, when I look at it,
at the Circle, the Flying J parking lots for the Lizards. But other than that, anyway, go ahead.
Wow.
Go ahead, Trader Chris. That's my boy. He knows. He deserves it. Anyway, go ahead.
That was Phil.
When I look at George Pickens, like when he was in Pittsburgh, a lot of the times, he had to be that number one wide receiver, and he was still making plays. I feel better about if CD is not having one of those games where he's taking over, that you have somebody else to lean on other than a Jake Ferguson, the running game, any of those other things. You have another weapon that's used to. Okay, there is nobody else that's going to get this ball. You're going to get this ball, and he still does an amazing job. So, I'm interested to see if this even goes through 100%. Because as much as we're talking about it, and it's all over ESPN and NFL Network. It's hopefully Jerry or Steven, let's say Steven doesn't say something to insult someone.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you on that. I definitely hear you on that. What's up, Wade? What's up, brother?
I love it because I would comment to Brian a lot in his videos. I would say I'm just about loading up with talent and competition, and
we'll see, man. Again, there's no guarantees on anything.
Wade just got up from that coma from the Golden Corral.
Well, we got ourselves a number one or a number two wide receiver.
How much did they give?
Third round pick.
Nothing.
I woke up in the morning. I was like, damn. It's like Dak Prescott got a new weapon. I was like, really?
6'3". He's 24 years old. He's on the final year of his deal. So we will see. We will definitely see what's going on. Jimbo's loving Wade. It's a done deal, Ultra says. Again,
okay, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I just wanted to hear
Fisher
for
just
sure.
said that.
Yeah.
So Jerry's never dealt with the agent, right? Is that what's correct?
I don't know.
I think he made a comment how he's never, like during the draft or something, that he's never dealt with the agent, or I don't know.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. So I'm listening right now. I'm listening to Isaiah Stanback on Good Morning Football. They're talking about it now. So
how did this even come about?
Who's the guy that's always, what's his name on Good Morning Football that always hammering Dallas?
Kyle Brandt, that piece of crap.
Yeah, Kyle Brandt. Yesterday he's saying how boring it was. Now what, Kyle? Now what?
Yeah.
I mean, he just likes to hear himself talk, brother.
I mean, isn't JJ the guy too?
Kyle Brandt's rants, and then he'll talk about, they haven't done anything for this long and that, and then he'll hype the Cleveland Browns and Detroit Lions that have never been to a Super Bowl.
The Cleveland Browns.
What are you talking about, dude? You just used the segment against us. Like,
there you go. Now they're doing a side-by-side comparison. CeeDee Lamb, 6'2", George Pickens, 6'3". CeeDee Lamb, 200, George Pickens, 200. CeeDee Lamb, 4'5", George Pickens, 4'7". Vertical jump, identical. Arm length, identical. So this is a clone of CD. No other guy to work next to maybe be more professional. As much as CD isn't perfect, he's more professional than George Pickens.
I would have never guessed that their vertical was identical because, like, when you watch Pickens makes plays, it looks like he's jumping out of the stadium.
CD is just an unbelievable athlete. That's the deal. CD is special. Not that Pickens isn't, but CD, knock on wood, hasn't had that major ACL injury either. Whereas George Pickens did. That's what.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx
I
it.
know. I don't want it to. But
Well, CD has never had another person on the other side that complimented him. That's the biggest thing.
Samuel Haynes, there you go, Phil and everybody. He says if we don't make it out of the first round, Dak needs to go. Well, I got news for you. If they, barring anything major happening to this team like last year, if they don't, then that's going to happen and enter Joe Milton,
Hey,
the bad guy from New England. Now we're hearing.
I'm just taking it one game at a time, man. I would be just happy to even be in the playoffs. Like I'm not, I'm just gonna pace myself this year.
I just want us to be competitive.
I'm right there with you. Yes, and I want to just see my young guys continue to develop. I want to see how they recover from injuries. I want to see how Overshown's doing. I just want to, just take it in stride this year.
Yeah.
Is Loyal down here in Marco Island?
Come on now.
Last year, dude, I was so pissed off last year. I mean, I was like an emotional. Because I go to.
I understand, dude.
So watching the Packers blow us out, and then watching the Ravens, and then watching the Lions, I was losing my mind.
Wade and like Chris are like the same person, Phil. They're younger guys who don't remember, and I don't know. I mean, Loyal, do you remember the Super Bowls? I mean, I think you do, but I don't want to date you. Do you remember the Super Bowls in the 90s, Loyal?
Born in 89, didn't become a Cowboy fan until I was about 99.
Okay, so you don't remember that. So I graduated high school in 89. So, but Loyal, do you remember the Super Bowls?
Yes.
Okay, so it's really Wade and Trader Chris here have not enjoyed. Now, Chris, just imagine that you started following them in 99, right? And you were through their crap, right? And then all of a sudden, at the age of 21, for me, I had already been through that process where I've seen them in the Super Bowl lose to the Steelers when I was 5. And then my whole life, it was like nothing. Then I get to be 21 years old and they win 3 out of 4. And then it's been a drought since then.
Yeah.
You
guys have never seen the win,
But you got to enjoy it as a young man,
right,
though.
That's what I'm saying. And so you guys haven't had that, so that's the frustration. I get it. It's just from my perspective, I don't have that because there's 12 teams to never have won a Super Bowl, right,
and
Phil?
From our perspective, the best team that we've seen growing, like for me,
Romo and
no, I'm not even talking about the Cowboys. Like I'm talking about the NFC East has been the Eagles.
Oh yeah.
Like to us, if you talk to my section, because we're all pretty young, to us, we look at the Eagles as like
the gold standard.
Like the gold standard, yeah. So that's why
I hear you, bro.
It's like reverse, because you know the
Dak
Troy
is about to light up the regular season yet again. I'll be damned. Commanders on board, my man.
But I was like I said, I was born in New Jersey, where you live.
Shout out
North Jersey, and then my family relocated to Texas, and then
we were the opposite.
Yeah, and then my neighbor, I was friends with my neighbor, the neighbor's son. We were good friends growing up, and his dad took me to my first Cowboy game, and that's when I got hooked and got into football and stuff like that.
Yeah. So Phil, get ahead, brother. Get in here.
The trashes yet. Oh, George Pickens.
Oh, Phil's gone. Sorry.
No, I'm here. Okay. I'm here.
Sorry, brother. I know you're getting I know you're driving to work, so I want to get you before I can only stay on for another maybe 20 minutes, and then I got to go and get ready, or maybe a half hour. I can stay a half hour. But,
so they're getting Dak. They're getting Dak weapons. So
Dak
if Dak feels like garbage this year, what's the excuse?
You Dak sexuals, Wade, like people like you who do nothing but nut hug on Dak Prescott. You guys have no more excuses. Oh wait, you're the opposite of that.
And they're building a foundation.
Right, there's no more excuses after this season. He plays like garbage this year. There's no more defending that shit.
All right, go ahead, Loyal. Yeah, I agree with you, Wade.
No, I was just saying they're building a line around them, so they're giving them time to throw the ball, and we got a decent running back.
Yeah, Texas. We got a couple guys, man. Thump and bump.
Not the running back I wanted, but I think he's decent though.
I like to think we're building the team for the next quarterback because
That's what's going on.
Wow.
with these young, well, look at the age of Pickens, right? If he balls out, we're going to extend him. So you're gonna have a 24-year-old, and then by the time we get our our next quarterback, we'll be in that sweet spot window where we'll have guys coming in their prime. Our offense line will have like a good 2 to 3 years to gel. Like we would start hitting that window. Anyway, but we'll see.
Hey Brian.
Yes.
Hey Brian.
Yes.
I'm about to go over the bridge right now.
All right, brother. I will talk to you, Phil.
No. Like you guys can see it, right?
Oh yeah. Watch.
Gorgeous.
You Phil. I'm gonna give him your location. I don't care whether they're gonna hop on a plane.
Is Phil coming here?
Phil is he's heading over the bridge to go to Marco Island. That's where Phil. I went and visited Phil. I guess it was almost 2 years now. We got. I have to get out there.
How far is that from Clearwater?
Probably
2 hours.
Yeah,
2 hours or 2.5 hours.
Yeah, Phil works in an island paradise. Let's put it that way. So he's
that's awesome, man.
Yeah. Marco Island, Google it. It's right near Naples, Florida. Awesome. But yeah, everybody, I have Phil's channel up at the top.
Great golfing.
Everybody go sub up to Prime Time. I know we're doing a show this weekend. Come on.
They're doing the PGA tour here as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So game time. Will Dak have more picks than Pickens TDs? What's your prediction? Dak normally has great numbers, lead commander. Again, we'll see. We shall see. I think Dak's doing cartwheels right now. How can you complain? You got Ferguson in the slot, right? You got Schoonmaker. You got Pickens. You got CD. You got Jadon Blue. You got. I mean, come on now.
Hey, can I say that?
Go ahead.
I know it's a 3rd round pick and it's more, but weirdly enough, I feel pretty good that it's not a 4th round pick.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Too broke to pay attention. You got to email me, brother. I drew your name a week ago. Email me at Game Time Brian. You get to pick one item from the Game Time Brian merch shop. So, and Dustin Bosley, when you watch this, I still got to ship your shit. So I got 2 things to send out. Let me know, Too Broke. You won. You're a winner. William Hatcher. Dak owns the NFC East. I wish he could own more than that, but
Hey, Vinny.
Vinny Hagen. A good morning. What's going on?
What people aren't saying also with Pickens in the loop, this is how good is Mingo or is Tolbert going to go off now? Because now you're getting the guy.
Now there's no pressure as much, right?
No, exactly. So that's going to make our third
and fourth
better.
Round. Our third and fourth.
That receiver from Oregon, he's
Holden,
coming to play with a chip on his shoulder because no one drafted him. So
Holden.
He might be a stolen gem because there's always that one player that we least expect. And like 2016, it was Dak Prescott. Everybody was high on Zeke. No one thought anything about Dak, and Dak came out of nowhere. Hopefully we get a player like that this year that does that for us.
Mm-hmm. It'll be fun. It's going to be fun.
I love Jonathan Mingo coming out of Ole Miss. Like, I like that trade.
Dude, I still love him. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's why I know everybody's so down on him. He had nobody throwing him the ball.
No, he didn't. And he didn't have a chance to learn the offense last year coming here at the mid-season.
Absolutely. You're 100% correct.
I mean, Trader Chris, I was telling everybody, I don't really want a 34-year-old Keenan Allen or an Amari. I'll take them.
No, you're right.
But I didn't want him because we got those guys. Sorry. Oh, no, you don't. What? No. How do you know we don't have them?
We're all about youth movement and talent.
Like the players ain't good.
Yeah,
youth movement and talent and competition. Youth, talent, competition. That's what we want. Because we, like I said, like I'm thinking like 2 years down the road. Like that's where I really feel like our window could really open, because then you'll have a weaker Eagles. Hopefully,
you have Arch Manning throwing the ball. Oh wait.
Yeah. Oh man, I would love it.
We have Arch somehow get a hold of Arch.
That ain't happening, guys. Let's just move on.
Hey, listen, we'll have to do we'll have to trade our whole draft.
I think Vinny sums it up. He says, actually, those guys being a 3rd and 4th receiver, they're going to actually go against 3rd and 4th corners as well.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Drew
That's gonna
just
make
entered
them better.
rehab right now.
I apologize. I didn't hear you.
Iron
Eagles Drew just entered
sharpens
rehab.
iron sharpens iron.
Oh god, he just checked himself into Betty Ford right now. Oh god, Jalen Hurts 1 ring, trash Scott 0. Okay, Big Mac. So what does it have to do with Dallas doing a good move? Come on, man. You're
At the trolls in the chat.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
They're
it's like
there.
it's like
there's no
seeing Momo's
George
ass
here.
crack. Put that thing away. Too broke to pay attention. Arch isn't coming
Asia.
out until 2027. Yeah, we got 2 years. Too broke. We got 2 years.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll see you guys in 2 years from now when we got our guys are starting to hit their prime. You know.
Yeah,
I don't wanna have
Kenyon's
one of them
bitch. Yeah,
kinda
we'll see
years.
about that, Big Mac. He gonna cook him, as Drew says. Kenyon, he gonna get cooked. Oh god, this is gonna be fun now. Now you're starting to see. This is what happens when Dallas gets some real talent. They start to get nervous, and then they lash out.
Mm-hmm.
They hate us to
Momo
see
hasn't
us making
jumped on
moves.
it yet.
Banks, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gio is another one. What's up, Gio? These
Just
guys,
according to
all of a
Momo,
sudden, they're
Tom Brady
hating.
was
Thanks
sick.
for showing up, though.
Remember?
Appreciate it. Go ahead, Phil. I'm sorry. No, Phil's.
No, I think that was Chris. I'm not sure.
Okay.
You're
Yeah, I'm not looking at you guys, so you guys sound alike a little bit.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
okay.
I didn't talk either.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Go ahead, somebody talk. So, Loyal, what are you doing in Miami? You working?
No, I'm just here for pleasure. We're
Oh,
actually going to
shit.
go out to dolphin cruise. I actually went to been having a good time. I mean, Monday I went to Hulk Hogan's hangout.
Yeah, I
hung
saw
out up
that.
there. Had the real American beer and all that. And then today we're going to do a dolphin cruise because I've never seen a dolphin.
Really?
Ever.
Oh, really?
Damn.
Wow. Okay.
Dang.
I went to Myrtle Beach a few years ago and went on one, but then we didn't end up seeing any dolphins. So hopefully
Oh.
I'll get to see dolphins today.
It's kind of funny because we'll be out showing the property, and then all of a sudden the dolphins will go through, and we're like, oh, just on cue. We cued the dolphins exactly at the right time.
Right.
Like, it's just,
Right.
but that's going to be really cool. Do you get any action, or just like you're on a cruise ship that's going to go show you areas?
Yeah, this one just to show us it. I'm not getting in the water or nothing like that.
That's so
hell
pretty
to
cool.
the nah.
Enjoy that Florida day drinking. It can kick your ass. Tom Brady will tell you.
Yeah, I already had me a little bit of
Good.
rums, couple rums. It's not this morning, but while
Rum
I've been down.
runners. He had a morning rum runner.
Yeah. My morning cocktail is Bloody Mary.
Yeah. Vegas. Yo, Phil, when we go to Vegas, let's knock on wood. It's not on the weekend of September 21st. When we go to Vegas, I'm going to
It's
take
gonna be
you
the Hangover
to.
Part 3.
We're going to go to. Man, I had it and I lost it. I know where the place is. It's on the Strip, but it's down near the old part. Anyway, they have the best.
Bloody Marys?
Spicy Bloody Marys. Yes.
Nice.
Bring it.
The Pepper Mill. It's called the Pepper Mill. That's it.
Let me know when you go up.
Get
so I can
lost
have
in
an
Bangkok,
excuse.
y'all.
Yeah,
like
I
we're
will.
hanging out with Chow.
We're
I'm
gonna
a
go
gift
out for the
degenerate,
Vegas game,
so-
the Raider game, but we just gotta
Oh.
wait till next Wednesday to find out when.
Find the schedule out, a guy. Yeah.
So not tonight, but next Wednesday. If I think I told somebody Wednesday. Yeah, next Wednesday. So hopefully it's not on Christmas night, and hopefully it's not
What do you
September
think?
21st. What's that?
What do you think? Bringing Amari Cooper too?
No.
Just,
we don't
just
need
bring
that.
it
Might as
all.
well.
Just bring it all in.
Just
Bring
do
it
it.
all in.
I don't care.
Bro,
Mingo is better than Cooper. Sorry, bro.
go get a tight end.
Cooper
Oh, yeah,
did
that's
nothing
true.
last year. So I wouldn't mind a tight end. Go trade for
Trade for a Pro Bowl tight end.
or the Atlanta guy.
Schoonmaker to somebody.
Give me the Atlanta guy.
Pitts.
Yeah, go give
Oh,
me
we ain't gonna
Pitts.
get that.
Well,
That's too
he's
much money.
underperformed. He's been a disappointment so far. Kyle Pitts has been a disappointment. We'll do Schoonmaker for Pitts straight up.
Even we
fine.
laugh at
We'll
that
throw in a
shit.
comp fine.
That's a guy. That's a guy I don't understand how has a job at Atlanta GM. Because I mean, wasn't Pitts like a top 5 pick?
Yes, he was. He was
He
four,
was.
number 4.
Yeah, but he's underwhelmed big time.
And then
Bank
he gave-
says, I heard George Pickens is going to wear number 1.
Then he gave Kirk
Um,
Cousins all that money.
Who wore number 1 last year
Penny.
for us?
Tolbert.
Well, I doubt that's happening then.
Does that mean Tolbert's gone?
Maybe he's on the next plane out. I don't know. I wouldn't hate it, to be honest with you. If they traded him for a 5th, I would be okay with it. But
to recuperate that. Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that, but I'm not running him out of town. But I just don't know. I mean, I like Tolbert on the team, but he ain't.
I like him on the third receiver.
Yeah.
Yes.
Competition, Brian. Let's do it. Let's compete for our jobs.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Exactly. Compete for your job. And like what I like about the move is, if it doesn't work out in Dallas, Pickens is still going to get us a comp pick because he's going to get, unless he. I don't want to think negative unless something bad happens.
Just stop it with the jinxing.
Yeah. Banks, I think Tolbert is going to give it up. Oh, is
What's
that
up
what it
with the
is?
number?
Why would he give it up though, Banks?
What's the easy score at 41? That's a weird
What
number.
numbers are available? Let's be honest. What good numbers? 89,
Well, when you look at
88,
easy,
87 maybe? 87?
When you look at easy, his number was 6. Who has
Yeah.
that? Donovan Wilson, right?
Yeah.
And he may not be here at the end of the year, during
At the
the
beginning
season.
of the year.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He might be gone because we can make up about $3.5 million from him.
85? Look, do we have an 85 on the team? I know we
Number
got 87.
90, D-Low's gone. He can wear 90.
Well, who picked up 90? Somebody picked up 90 as soon as they left.
Yeah,
There was a new guy.
I think it was
Turn. Man, which one? One of those new guys picked up number 90 right off the bat.
Yeah, I have to. What? There you go. That's our homework for this weekend. Yeah, for the live stream, we'll have to get all the numbers.
Yeah, we just need to go back to regular numbers, shake the whole team up, rip off their numbers, go back to the regular numbers.
We'll see, we'll see, brother. I don't.
You want to really scare these fans? Now bring in Jeffrey Simmons and see what people would think on both sides of the ball.
That would be embarrassing at this point. Then it would be like, well, who you got? Okay, well, we got this. Well, who you got? Well, we got this. Oh, they still suck. Oh, okay. That's what you're gonna get. Well, Dallas sucks regardless.
Well, we're
Doesn't
always
matter
going
what
to talk,
you do.
no matter what. People are going to criticize us no matter
But
what.
that's how you know that you're doing. Yeah, I love Solomon Vinny Hagen again.
Like Primetime said, they'll praise the Browns, teams like that who haven't done shit.
No,
ever.
I mean, if we get a Jeffrey Simmons, I don't think anybody can criticize that. I mean, you could try, but like an idiot.
I don't see it happening, but let's just be happy with what we got so far. George Pickens in Dallas. Wild Boy Trey, what up, brother?
Yeah,
Wild Boy Trey's happy.
Love it.
At least this puts a different look on our season now. I think that this really up. Whether we win it, we're not going to win the Super Bowl this year, guys. But we want to be at least fighting for it.
Look, I'm going into this year. I'm going into this year thinking we need to compete for a Super Bowl. Period.
I like it. I
hope you're
like
right,
that you
Wade.
want
I
to,
really do. I hope you're right. I mean,
Wade, we're about the same age. I have like lower expectations where I just want to see our young guys improve.
No, I do have low expectations, Chris, but I expect my team to compete for a Super Bowl. Like, you got a franchise quarterback. You got Dak. You've been making moves. You're young. You need to go out there and need to compete for a Super Bowl.
Big Mac.
That's all there is to it.
There's more hope, Vinny.
I would agree. I would agree with that statement like 3 years ago when we had that window, but they didn't. They refused to make the moves to push us over the edge. And right now, I kind of look at it as we're retooling for the next QB, and so because we have a lot of young talent, and I just want competitive play. I want to see our younger talent continues to develop, and in 2 years' time, when our offensive line played together for a while, and our young guys are hitting their prime, then we get our new quarterback leader, and
that's the problem. Is QBs are always crapshoot though. Like, they could be retooling for another QB, but QBs are crapshoots. You just never know.
Well, listen.
Maybe we could trade for one like the Rams did when they traded.
Wade, we have you, brother. We have you here. There's no more excuses, right, for Dak?
Oh no, there's no more excuses for Dak.
I mean, this move here, for a legit number 2, 1A.
Well,
He's a 1A. This isn't a number 2. He's a 1A.
I will say, Brian, is if he comes out and he plays like pedestrian, like early last year in the season before he got hurt with like these two wide receivers, and I'm sorry, bro, he's cooked. He's washed.
Yeah, I know, but
Lost,
all I'm saying is that there's no more excuses for Dak, right?
Oh
That's
yeah,
all.
no, this is it this year. Like he's in year 10. I don't want to hear none of this bullshit, everyone. He is in year effing 10. I never seen Peyton Manning play like shit after year 10 till he retired. So that's all I'm saying. Like he's out of excuses now.
No, I don't think there's going to be any excuses for Dak. I mean, the thing that is going to hurt
Dak lovers are gonna hate me this year.
the thing that's going to hurt Dak is
Or love
mobility.
you.
You know, because while our offensive line is developing and growing as a unit, I mean, he's the level of competition this year that we're going to be facing. It's definitely going to it's definitely going to push him to where it would be good to be a little bit mobile.
Like,
So
here's my standards for Dak this year. Not saying you need to win a Super Bowl. What I am saying is you need to stay healthy this entire season and you need to get us in the fucking playoffs. You can't do both of those this season. You're done. You're dead to me. You're dead to me as a Cowboys quarterback, bro, because I can't rely on you to stay healthy. I can't rely on you to even get us in the playoffs. Like,
this
you're
is
done.
a day
honestly,
where
that Green Bay game, he was dead to me after that Green Bay game. That's where I was done with him.
But I mean, I agree he didn't play well, but nobody played well. We didn't make the team.
Well, what I mean this year is he's coming off of an injury where he was out for all season. If he gets injured again and he's out for the season again sometime this year, it's over.
Yeah,
well, if he gets injured, he's got a guy behind him that's a very good athlete.
Oh yeah, I think Milton's going to take his job. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think here, if Dak gets hurt, I think Milton's going to take the job and he ain't getting him back.
It's possible, but again, this is a happy morning for a lot of Dallas
Basically,
fans.
it's like Tony Romo again, right?
I'm happy for my weapons.
Yeah, so
it's the Tony Romo factor all over.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring him back, dig him up.
That back's got to be healed by now.
Bring him back for one more
does
season.
repeat itself
for one game.
One good thing is we have gotten younger over the last 6 months. A lot younger.
I agree. I agree with you. I 100%.
Youth is king, man.
Youth talent, man. That's what we need.
I'm blowing up, guys. My phone is just like off the hook. Oh, it's Vinny. What's up, Vinny? Yeah, he's laughing. Yeah. So, Aisha, how are you? Aisha Robertson, how are you?
Has Mark said anything yet?
No, I texted him. I asked him if he wanted to do a live stream. He blew me off. He's probably recording a video right now. There he is, Drew. Here we go. He's a head case. Here we go, Drew. He's just checked himself into the Betty Ford. We're coming for you, mates.
They're getting nervous now. They're getting nervous. I'm telling you, they're getting a little nervous about what we're doing.
So I only have a couple minutes left, but before I do, and I will come on later for another live stream. So it'll probably be, I don't know, put it in the chat when's a good time. It'll either be, no, you're good, Vinny. It'll either be later. It'll probably be this evening because I got to go out and meet my sister, and then I got to come home and do some stuff. Then I go to a high school baseball game. I have to go support a friend of mine's kid, and then I'll do a live stream tonight. So I'll definitely be back. But again, Drew. Well, listen, Randy. Let me go to Randy first. Do we not have on paper of the best wide receivers in the division now?
I believe we rate with anybody in the division.
Do you think Pickens?
Anybody?
I mean, his numbers are better than.
I like our receiver. What I like? I like the Eagles receivers, but I think right now.
But CD had more yardage last year.
Yes.
And
well, that's what I was going to say. I think
and touchdowns than AJ, and now we got a Pickens who.
We just have
a lot stronger than
anybody. This might be the best tandem in the league now.
Wow. Wow. What a night, baby. Dak had a great leader, but a mediocre talent, Patrick Foley. And Aisha, Brian, okay, my mom's birthday was on Saturday. I'm sorry, Aisha. I'm sorry.
To comment off Randy's statement, if Dak can't do nothing with the best wide receiver tandem in the league, well, we got problems here, people.
Especially with Blue in the backfield now. Don't forget about Blue. We're going to run the ball a lot, too.
You mean 4.28 speed? Jadon
Yes.
Blue and
Yeah,
Phil
sprinter
Maffa, the
speed.
7th-round pick who averages
The bruiser.
3.7 yards after contact. That guy? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Oh, not to mention we got Javonte Williams, who's a veteran guy. We got a ailing Miles Sanders. We'll see if he can help us at all, but it's not like we don't have. Yeah,
I don't even know if he's gonna
competition.
get out of training camp. Miles Sanders, he might get cut.
Yeah,
Competition.
he might get cut. He's probably going to get cut, but we'll see.
Yes.
You know,
Wait till camp.
We're going young, guys. We're going young.
But all right, everybody, I'm going to get out of here. Just please, everybody, I will be doing some giveaways tonight, so make sure you have your bell notifications on. Again, final. Dallas is traded for George Pickens. Carl Pickens is back. George Pickens, they gave up a 3rd-round pick in the 2026 draft. They have a pick swap. They give up a 5 and they get a 6th back in the 2027 draft. That is the trade. He's a Cowboy. We'll talk about it. Maybe we'll have a number by tonight. Let's let everybody talk. Please come back and join us. We're going to have fun tonight. So on that note, any last words, boys?
Just have a great
Cowboys.
day. Go Cowboys.
Yeah,
How about them Cowboys?
All
Thank
right.
you for having me. And
I hope you come back, brother.
have an
Come on
awesome
back.
day, everyone. Have an awesome day, chat. Love you guys. And go. How about them boys?
There you go. Loyal Cowboy, finish it up, brother.
Cowboys.
There you go. There you go. All
Thank
right,
God
everybody.
Everybody here in the booth can hear me.
I'll-
Everybody's giving me the stink eye right now.
Okay, well, tell them to back off. But anyway, all right, everybody. I'll see you guys
have a
tonight.
margarita.
Nice hat, Loyal.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know whether you look like Tony Montana or do you kind of look like Hannibal Lecter when he escaped and he was on the beach with that hat. I don't know right now. But all right, brothers. I'll talk to you later. Peace.
All right, take it easy.
Peace.